Hi there, this is Tata, and welcome to the Wrestling Time Post Show. It is Friday, October 27, 2023, and tonight I will only be talking about Friday night SmackDown, although I thought that Rampage is pretty good tonight, so the one time I'm not reviewing Rampage. Alright, let's kick things off talking about this Roman Reigns and LA Knight, contract signing. So, you guys know that they're having a match at Crown Jewel, and this was actually a pretty interesting contract signing. Like most contract signings, this ended in a chaos. This doesn't surprise me there, but I thought it was pretty ballsy of LA Knight, interrupting Roman Reigns. I mean, as Roman was coming out to the ring, like LA Knight, interrupted his entrance, and then he had the balls to sit at the head of the table, which is where Roman sits. And LA Knight, signed a contract. And Roman started laughing, saying that LA Knight has no clue what he is doing and will go easy on him. Now, one of the things that I did like was that LA Knight said that he only needs to win one, while Roman failed doing suffering succotash. Oh, we don't need to remember that promo, but if you guys do remember, that was one of Roman's babyface promos that he was just terrible. And to see how far he's come since then, it's been incredible and been one hell of a ride. But yeah, he bought that up. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe he actually bought that up. And of course, because LA Knight was sitting at the head of the table, he wanted Roman Reigns to acknowledge him. And, after that suffering succotash promo, that really set Roman off, and he flipped the table on LA Knight. And, while he was stomping on Roman Reigns, Jimmy Uso came out and attacked LA Knight, and LA Knight put Jimmy Uso through the table, which set up the main event, Jimmy Uso versus LA Knight. Well, it helped get there, but we weren't there yet. So, we got a Bloodline segment later on the night where basically Roman Reigns is asking Paul Heyman to go ask Nick Aldis to set up a match. This is everyone's gonna give Roman flack about that promo for years. Yeah, I think so too. I think no matter how much time has passed and no matter how many years go by, people are still gonna bring it up about that. So while we're on the topic, let's just talk about this main event. It was Jimmy Uso versus LA Knight. Yeah. I have to say, I'm really happy LA Knight is getting the chance to main event multiple shows and he's getting wins. But let's be real, he's probably going to lose to Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel. Now, I think he's going to look good in defeat, and hopefully it doesn't stall his momentum. Don't get me wrong, I like LA Knight, but I just don't think he's going to beat Roman Reigns here. Would it be cool if he does? Of course. It would be a really cool moment for him to beat Roman Reigns, but it's not going to happen. But he is going to look good in defeat, and I hope it's a decent, lengthy match, and it's not going to be a short match here. So, but this main event was actually pretty good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It took a lot for Jimmy to be for Jimmy to be LA Knight. He headbutted him, he did the Uso splash, he still didn't go down. And LA Knight hit a superplex and then a BFT on Jimmy Uso. It's gonna be the typical interference finish, I'm sure. I hope not, because I don't think Roman Reigns needs interference to beat LA Knight. But we'll see. And so LA Knight is victorious. And then at the end, Roman Reigns attempts to spear him, but LA Knight countered with the BFT. So he stands tall, and you guys know how that goes. If you get a victory, you're probably going to lose at the show. And like I said, I don't think LA Knight is going to defeat Roman Reigns here. Now, in case you aren't aware, next week's SmackDown is taped. I think they taped it tonight as well. So we'll see where that goes. But I thought it was a great main event. And as far as the contract signings it goes, typical contract signing chaos. So we get Carlito and Santos Escobar versus the Street Profits, and this is a decent match. Rey Mysterio's in the back watching. He gets attacked by Logan Paul, so Carlito leaves the match to go check on Rey Mysterio, and Santos Escobar unfortunately loses the match for his team. The Street Profits seem to be getting a new theme song, which I have to say it's about time, especially since there seems to be heels now, so they definitely need a new theme song to go along with their heel persona. Now, going back to Santos Escobar, I think these constant losers and the fact that, he lost to Rey Mysterio, I'm hoping what's going to happen here is it's going to be a slow heel turn for Santos Escobar. Hey, we should get Rey Mysterio versus Santos Escobar, but with Santos Escobar turning heel. I don't know why he's not a heel yet, and why the LWO haven't split up. Speaking of the LWO, what the hell is Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde? Are they still out injured? Or are they sitting in the back and catering? Because every time we talk about the LWO, those two always get the short end of the stick here. But it was a decent match. We get a Logan Paul interview segment, which basically, something very telling is that after he walks away from his interview, he bumps into KO. So might be setting up something between him and Kevin Owens. I think that if it does happen, it doesn't need the United States title belt for it to happen. But I do think that Logan Paul might be Rey Mysterio. And I thought it was so hilarious how KO runs into Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, and he says he could punch them in the face with one fist, and he ends up doing so, and they fall down. That was hilarious. I thought that was hilarious. I don't care what anybody says. That was funny. We get a Dragon Lee interview, and he basically talking about how he's very happy to be on SmackDown. Now, Cedric Alexander interrupts and introduces himself to Dragon Lee, and he basically says that Dragon Lee reminds him of himself when he stepped into WWE. So this basically sets up a match, Dragon Lee versus Cedric Alexander, which we're going to talk about here, because I thought this was a really good match, probably my favorite match of the entire show. But damn, I need to see a part 2 to this match, and this match needs to be longer, because I thought it was a really good match. But it was disappointing by kind of how I felt like it was a little short and it needed to be longer. But Dragon Lee beats Cedric Alexander with that inverted DDT, and I want to see more of Dragon Lee, more of Cedric Alexander. And one of the things that I like is that before this match, Cedric Alexander got a video package reminding people who he is, which I actually really liked, because we haven't seen Cedric Alexander in who knows how long, and I think a lot of people forget what he did in the WWE. So really like the video package, really like this match. I want to see more. Like I said, this was my favorite match of the entire show. We get Shotzi versus Chelsea Green. There's not much to talk about there. Shotzi was victorious. Not a good look for Chelsea Green, especially because she's supposed to defend her tag titles on part 2 of Halloween Havoc. We'll see how that goes. It would not surprise me if WWE takes those tag titles off of Chelsea Green and Piper Niven and gives them to JC Jane and Thea. You guys know I don't watch NXT, so if I'm mistaken, please correct me. It would be really surprising me if Chelsea Green and Piper Niven keep those titles. Not that I wouldn't mind them keeping the titles. I'm happy Chelsea Green is a tag team champion here. I just, WWE these days, sometimes they make bad booking decisions. We get a John Cena promo, and I thought it was a very interesting promo. He basically talks about how he feels like he's in jeopardy of losing the support and the respect of the fans, because he's been losing a lot lately. And they chant, "You still got it," and he asks, "What if he doesn't?" And the only thing left for him to do is win at Crown Jewel, and that his time is to deliver. So he gets attacked by Solo Sikoa. He gets hit with the spinning solo and a Samoan spike. Now, I have to say, I'm a little torn here, because On one hand, don't get me wrong, I like John Cena. Ask anybody who knows me, they'll tell you I like John Cena. I'm a very big John Cena fan. But on one hand, I feel like John Cena really doesn't need to beat Solo Sikoa. I mean, especially with the strike ending and stuff. Well, the strike hasn't officially ended yet, but if it ends soon, part of me thinks, okay, yeah, John Cena should get one win and head off into Hollywood. But I question, does John Cena really need to win? Does he need to beat Solo Sikoa? What does John Cena get out of beating Solo Sikoa? I know Solo Sikoa's career is still very early. He's already been beaten. And based on this promo, I think John Cena's going to beat Solo Sikoa. I think, on one hand, you have Solo Sikoa beat John Cena. He leaves, goes back to Hollywood. Maybe he comes back and does a retirement tour. But just based on this promo alone, how he was talking about that tonight's energy hasn't been as serious since it was 20 years ago when he was almost fired. And he was questioning if he still had, if he still got it. Yeah, I think Cena's definitely beating Solo Sikoa at Crown Jewel. Does he really need to? I think that's the question here. But let me know in the comment section or in the live chat, does John Cena need to beat Solo Sikoa? Or should Solo Sikoa beat John Cena? Let me know what you guys think in the live chat or in the comment section. We get a Bianca Belair promo, and basically she said since she's been at home, she's been consumed with vengeance, and she came up with a plan. At Crown Jewel, she will get her rematch against Io Sky, and next week she's gonna face Bayley. She wants to take out every member of Damage Control, starting with Bayley and ending with Io Sky. So I think this is going to apply to that. It's going to be a typical interference finish. Yes, I do think that Bayley is going to somehow help Io Sky defeat Bianca. Now, I think at some point Bayley's going to try to help Io Sky, and she's going to end up costing her the title. But I don't think it's going to happen here. Not yet. But overall, I thought it was an okay SmackDown. Like I said, my favorite match of the night was Cedric Alexander versus Dragon Lee. I did like LA Knight, versus Jimmy Uso. I did like the contract signing. Kind of wasn't a huge fan of Shotzi versus Chelsea Green. That's not their fault though. But yeah, let me see. If Solo beat Cena, then Solo had better get positive momentum out of it. Unlike when Austin Theory beat him and he's not doing much these days. That is true. If Solo Sikoa beats John Cena, he needs to get momentum behind him. But just based on the storyline, on the Bloodline storyline, I could see Solo Sikoa losing and then Roman getting upset at him. He's definitely going to be upset at Jimmy because he failed to defeat LA Knight. So if Jimmy failed here and now Solo fails at Crown Jewel, I definitely do see Roman being upset with both of them. But we'll see. We will see. But just based on that promo, I think John Cena's winning. Alrighty. So if I had to rate SmackDown on a scale from 1 to a Shawn Spears perfect 10, I'd give it I'd give it a 7. I thought it was a pretty decent SmackDown except for a few things. It was alright. So I'd give it a 7 out of 10. But what about you guys? What would you guys rank it from 1 to a Shawn Spears perfect 10? And let me know in the live chat or in the comment section down below. And with that being said, that concludes this review. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell so you get notified whenever I go live or release a new video. And I shall see you guys hopefully Monday after Raw. Bye.